Hello, iBond fans. I hope you're having a good week. So raising the annual iBond purchase limit to $30,000, that would be awesome. And that's basically what the Savings Security Act is hoping to accomplish, raising the annual iBond purchase limit from $15,000 to $30,000. And yes, that does include whatever amount you might want to purchase via your tax refund. This bipartisan legislation was introduced last week by Democratic Senator Mark Warner of Virginia and Republican Senator Deb Fischer of Nebraska. And in this joint statement issued just a few days ago, Senator Warner stated, and I quote, "We need to take an all-encompassing approach to help families facing high costs. In tandem with our inflation-fighting efforts and intervention from the Federal Reserve, this legislation would allow Americans to better shield their finances from the unpredictability of inflation and offer peace of mind during difficult economic times." We couldn't agree more, Senator Warner. And Senator Fischer emphasized similarly that the American people are scrambling for ways to protect their earnings from rampant inflation. Yes, we are indeed. iBonds are one option consumers should be able to leverage. Arbitrary purchasing caps on iBonds, however, are shortchanging the public from better utilizing the program. Our bill would raise the annual purchasing cap to ensure working families can insulate a greater portion of their savings from the pain of sky-high inflation. Both sides of the government working together to support hard-working super savers like you and me, working together to protect our hard-earned savings. I nearly dug out my pom-poms to do a somersault, but that was never my strength. There weren't too many more details in the press release, but in a nutshell, the Savings Security Act would require the Treasury Secretary to raise the annual cap to $30,000 per person when the average 6-month annual consumer price index for all urban consumers, CPIU, is above 3.5%. Yahoo! And from the wording, as I stated earlier, it seems that this $30,000 would be inclusive of any iBonds purchased via a tax refund. It would also only apply to individual accounts held at Treasury Direct, not to entity accounts opened by businesses and trusts. Now, a $30,000 annual iBond limit is by no means unheard of. Between 2002 and 2007, the annual purchase limit was $30,000 per person via Treasury Direct. And between 2008 and 2011, the annual purchase was lowered to $5,000 per person. According to Treasury Direct, the reason for this limit reduction was because at that time, approximately 98% of all annual purchases of savings bonds by individuals were for $5,000 or less. That lowered limit didn't last very long. And since 2012, the annual purchase limit, excluding any purchase via a tax refund, has stayed stable at $10,000 per person. Well, a lot has changed since 2012. A global pandemic that shut the world down for far too long. Transitory inflation that turned into non-transitory, record 40-year high inflation. Super savers around the world watching their hard-earned money devalued on a daily basis. It seems to me the time is right now to take a hard look at whether annual iBond limits should also change with current events to something higher. Even if most proposed bills don't make it through Congress, and even if we shouldn't start planning our inflation-proofing strategies around this, I'm curious to know, what do you guys think about this Savings Security Act, this heroic effort to raise the annual iBond purchase limit to $30,000? Should we Super Savers of America start a petition? I'm pretty certain I know what the answers will look like already, but drop a comment below nonetheless and have your voice heard, because hey, you never know who else might be listening out there. As always, I hope you enjoyed the short video, and if you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, and see you again soon with another money-saving, wealth-building video.